Being in love is a very rare thing. And I think the more time we spend together, the more lucky we feel to have found each other when we found each other.
It's the start of our family.
Fountains on the New York City high-rise. You and me on top of the world. And I'm feeling like it was only ever you.
There was a level of comfort almost immediately.
And I'm feeling like it was something I won't lose.
I'm Brooke,
I'm Cameron.
and this is our story. The day that we met, it was November 17th.
2021.
We had our first date at Torchio,
Yep.
which is an Italian place in River North, downtown Chicago. I was probably 10 minutes late.
It was honestly a day pretty long in the making, but it was at least a couple of weeks until what I would call first contact, which was a drunken call from a friend setting us up without Brooke knowing. The thing that's most distinct to me is the fact that we looked up at one point and realized that the staff is cleaning the same table about 3 times because we were the last ones there. At least for me, I was just very intrigued, very interested, and didn't really want the conversation to end, and it felt like it just naturally kept flowing.
Yeah, I think I did most of the talking. I think I just kept talking.
I asked a lot of very good questions, though.
You did. Yeah, I don't know. It was easy. It was an easy conversation from
Very
the
much.
moment I sat down. And there were little things. You stood up, you pulled my chair out, you took my coat, you hung it up. The conversation was just easy. The couple that introduced us, their wedding was in May. We both knew we were invited to that wedding, so regardless of how the first date went, we knew we would cross paths.
Which is why the one who introduced us, Abby, had a full-on panic attack 2 days later, fought the hangover and realized what she had done. That was when I think it hit her in the face, that the fun call of like, hey, Cam, I have this smart, beautiful, gorgeous friend. She's in Chicago, you're in Chicago, hangs up the phone, hit her. I would like to hope that neither of us could have put on such a poor performance at a singular date that we would have hated each other 6 months later. But we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah. And now she's our officiant.
Full circle.
All we talk about these days, 20 years from now. Lean in, look around. The golden days are happening now.
I think each date left us wanting something more.
I was definitely more guarded, but there was a level of comfort almost immediately. And then there was quickly a level of protection that you had for me, and there was a level of like safety.
I think everyone has a different tell, and you realize, okay, this is really the person for me. It was not ever feeling like I had enough time with Brooke. I would wake up thinking about her, I would go to bed thinking about her, and was starting to picture big moments with her, and it just felt very natural. I was not nervous ordering the ring. I was not nervous having it made. I was insanely nervous asking them for their blessing.
What does it mean to be married?
Ooh.
Lifelong companionship, a partner through everything. Always knowing that there's someone that has your back. But it's just having that built-in best friend.
Hard days aren't hard days alone. Good days aren't good days alone. And the normal days aren't normal days alone. There's the companionship part, but there's also the relationship invincibility part where you feel invincible because you know that you're okay if they're okay, and vice versa.
You know, it's a very interesting thing to think about. You've always been a part of a family, but I feel like a marriage to me is also, it's the first time we officially are viewed as a family. It's a moment that my mom and I have dreamed about forever. So there's gonna be a lot of weight, both in like happiness and being appreciative and grateful.
I think a lot of who we are has been shaped by our families, you know, what they've sacrificed to get us to where we are, what they've sacrificed to allow us to be who we are. I know that we're both incredibly grateful for our families and incredibly grateful for what they're doing for us. To be able to share special times with them and give them the recognition they deserve will be something that I think we're both looking forward to.